Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. As y'all can tell by the title, I'm bringing you guys a pretty exciting video. I rarely do videos like this. I usually form my content around sneakers, but I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and switch it up a little bit and let me teach you guys how to hustle, how to make money, because a little more money's not gonna hurt, right? So before we get this video started, I'm gonna need y'all to sit back, relax, and eat snacks. This is gonna be a very long video, but a pretty informative one if you guys are looking to start a side hustle, or if you're looking for new streams of income on the side to add to what you're already doing. You know, if you have a day job, you might wanna do a side hustle or do a couple other things on the side. This might be the video for you. Or if you're currently a student and you need some side money coming in, this video is for you. Before we get started though, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the background of like how this all came about, right? If you happen to be new here, welcome. I'm Alex. I'm from the Bay Area. The Bay Area is one of the most expensive places to live in California. And I'm not saying that to brag or boast, but I really want to give credit to this area right here for giving me the drive and determination to just keep grinding and keep hustling, adding different streams of income to what I'm doing currently. Being that this area is so expensive and the price of everything is so high, in order to sustain a comfortable life out here, you need a high paying job. If you don't have a high paying job, you need multiple streams of income. That's gonna be side hustles, and it's just really a mix of things, right? I know people that have great paying jobs, they work 9-to-5s, and they also have a couple side hustles working for them as well. So this area right here forms hustlers, and I gotta say I'm one of them. I've tried pretty much everything. I've never had a 9-to-5. I'm 26 now, and I don't heavily rely on my YouTube income, to be honest with you guys. Back in like 2016, 2017, I was making pretty good money, but I was also going to school at that time, so I was using that money to pay for my student loans and stuff like that. But I just wanted to open these doors up and talk to you guys about money, because I understand that a lot of you guys that were watching the videos back then, you guys were kids, and now you're growing up. We're all around the same age, right? We're all growing up together. So let's go ahead and talk about money. Let me give you guys some insights on what I do, because in order to live the lifestyle that I live, which isn't super crazy, but I do enjoy having nice things, you know, doing things for my family, paying for trips, treating people out and stuff like that, you definitely need a bunch of hustles going on for you if you want to live that kind of lifestyle. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Quick disclaimer though, all of these hustles that I'm about to mention are going to require some sort of effort. Like, this is not something that you can do if you're not putting your heart, your effort, your time, all that good stuff into it, right? Because a lot of this stuff requires you to learn things, requires you to get out there, requires you to make some connections, requires you to dedicate some time out of your day to do it. It's not gonna be one of those things where you think it's gonna make some money by you just tossing it out there. It's not gonna work like that. This is for hustlers. And I'm assuming that your age range is probably between 20 to 30 years old, but I also do have something for the young hustlers in here. If you guys happen to be watching, I'm talking about maybe if you're like 13 to 18-ish, you're still in high school, middle school. I'm gonna tell you guys how I hustled when I was younger back in the day. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, starting off with the first piece, flipping items. Now, when I talk about flipping items, I'm talking about Marshalls, Ross, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Goodwill, Burlington Coat Factory. Bro, there's so many steals and deals out there. Some of them you don't even have to leave your house to find. For example, on Labor Day, I was able to find some Nike socks that were on clearance, and they weren't no weird Nike socks. They were just the normal Nike socks that everybody wears. They normally retail for $22. I purchased them for $7 a piece. I bought 50 pairs of those and flipped them for the retail price, which I'll talk a little bit about later. So your initial investment is going to be $7. You're flipping it for $22. Bro, that is a decent margin to work with right there. So if you're able to just normally do that, you see some good deals. There's people to follow on Twitter like Sneaker Shouts, Sneaker Steal, places like that. They post these deals. So if you want to get active like that, you can. But you just got to keep in mind that you need to know certain places to sell these on. That's going to be your eBays, your Facebook marketplaces, Craigslist, all that good stuff. That's a super decent way to make money. I absolutely love doing that, especially going to flea markets, because I find a lot of crazy stuff. There's a lot of vintage things that I know that I could flip on my page. Now, I do understand that I have a following. It's a little bit easier to turn over products because of my following, but there's a lot of stuff that you could do without a following. I'm telling you, Facebook Marketplace I've been selling on, eBay I've been selling on. I try to expand my horizons and make sure that I could dibble and dabble into everything without fully relying on one specific avenue to make money. And just a quick tip, there is a free section on Craigslist, and I believe they also have a free section on Facebook Marketplace as well. This is basically where people post up stuff that's for free, like literally free. They're trying to get rid of it. This goes for like furniture, this goes for appliances. People are moving out of state. They just don't know where to put this stuff. They don't want to donate it because it's still pretty nice. So you can find stuff for free on there, clean it up maybe a little bit, or maybe restore it a little bit, whatever it is, and you can sell that for money. So keep that in mind. There's people giving away stuff for free. If you have homies that are down, they're trying to make some money, bro, use that drive to just go in there, start flipping cash. You could go ahead and use that cash to invest and make something great. I'm telling you guys. So that is number one, flipping things. I absolutely love it. I have this burning passion to find something that's valuable, get it for the best price I can, and flip it to make some money. That really gets me going. I know Gary Vee talks about it all the time. He hits a bunch of garage sales and stuff like that. So flipping items, bro, super simple to get into, and I would highly recommend that. Okay, for the second side hustle, it is going to require a little bit of money, but if you guys are working and you already have a job, this is not one that's super hard to get into. It's going to be buying a Cricut cutter. They have these at Costco. You can buy them on Amazon, and essentially what this is a vinyl cutter. If you guys are in the car scene, you know how popular vinyl stickers are. And with this machine, it makes it possible to pretty much make anything. If you guys have some sort of knowledge with Photoshop and you're able to kind of alter images a little bit or create PNGs, you can make some pretty dope stickers. Now, when I got that machine, I think I spent around 300 bucks on it, which might seem like a lot at first, but I'm telling you, I saw my stickers for $10 each. If you just want to break even, 30 times 10. You need to sell 30 stickers. Can you do that? I'm pretty sure you could do that. I'm pretty sure you have friends and family that need some stuff. For example, when I bought this machine, I started doing Instagram tags, selling them for $10 each. These are tags that people put on their hydro flask, or they put it on their car. You know, just little things like that. Very, very simple, but I'm telling you, if you guys do your research, you could actually make a lot of stuff with this Cricut, and I would highly recommend it. And by the way, all the hustles that I'm mentioning are hustles that I currently do. I like to dibble and dabble in everything. Like I said, I don't like to stick to one specific hustle and rely on that purely. So I like to dibble and dabble. Like for this month, I might be working on stickers a little bit more heavy, or I might be reselling some goods that I find from TJ Maxx a little bit more heavy, or I might be reselling sneakers, like you name it, I'm getting into it. So that's going to be side hustle number 2, is buying a Cricut cutter, aka a vinyl cutting machine, and selling some stickers. If you want to get into apparel, you could also get heat transfer material, which you could cut out with the Cricut and start ironing it onto t-shirts if you guys want to start a brand. Now keep in mind that it is limited on this machine, but I'm telling you, the ideas and the stuff you could make with this, the possibilities are endless. Coming in at number 3, this is going to take it back to high school / middle school, where everything first started. We're going to talk about cleaning and customizing sneakers. When I was in 8th grade, I saw that a lot of my friends had dirty shoes, and at the time my parents bought me some Jason Mark, and I was able to make a lot of money from my friends, charging them $10 to clean their shoes. And I would watch videos on how to clean certain materials, what brushes you needed, and all that good stuff. But 10 bucks per pair, I literally remember bringing at least 2 pairs home every single day and just flipping them out like that. Like I would have a full locker of used sneakers, and everybody was looking at me like I was crazy, but I was so driven to make my money, bro. I'm telling you, that was how this channel first got started, because I didn't want to rely on my parents and ask them for money for shoes. So what did I do? I went out there, grinded, made my money, and eventually started a YouTube channel showing you guys how to customize shoes and how to restore shoes. So that's how this whole thing started. Now I will say I don't really do this too much anymore. There are certain times where I'll accept some orders, but I'm not really focused on this specifically. One, because it takes so much time, and for this time the return isn't there for me right now currently. Back in the day, I used to charge like $30 for a repaint, and that was pretty much like 3 or 4 days of work. I'm telling you, like if I wanted to go out with my girl, I would usually be the one paying 30 to 40 bucks, but it would take me 3 to 4 days to make that kind of money. Nowadays, to me, it's not really worth it. But if you're not old enough to get a job, it's definitely something to get into. And if you pick your jobs right and you pick the quick ones, you know, just an easy clean real quick, $10 flip, and you just keep doing that, you can make a lot of money. Okay, for the next side hustle, I literally just started this a few months ago, and this one is probably the highest cost to get into. So there's a high barrier for entry on this one. We're getting down and dirty with a laser cutter. I purchased a Glowforge, and I bought the most expensive version. I forget how much the lower version is. I think it's about $4,000, but the one that I got was around $6,000 to $7,000. And yes, I know that is extremely insane, but I'm telling you, the first day that I started selling a perfected product, I made $3,000. Okay, and I think the following day I made around $1,000. So right there, about $4,000 was already coming back to me from the $7,000 investment, and this thing is still banging out products for me. So I'm currently selling products on my Shopify as well as Etsy. The Etsy sales have been pretty good lately. Similar to the Cricut machine, I would say this machine is literally the Cricut machine on steroids. So with the laser cutter, I could cut wood, I could cut acrylic, I could engrave, I could do a bunch of different things with this. But being that the cost of entry is so high, I wouldn't recommend this option if you guys don't have the capital for it, because again, it is expensive. This is literally the cost of a car. But if you happen to have that extra money and you believe in yourself and you know that you can grind it out, I would say it's worth it. Okay, getting into the fifth side hustle, we're gonna talk about social media. As you guys already know, social media is so prevalent in today's society. So if you have a talent or you have an eye of, you know, product photography or product videography, if you know what you're doing, you can make a lot of money doing this. So for example, if I see a company that's on the come up, I will go ahead and DM them and say, hey, this is the work that I've done before. If you guys like it, I would love to create a video for you guys in exchange for product and or some sort of payment. So that is how you guys get your foot in the door. You could go ahead and email them, DM them, just let them know what you do. This is something that I've been working on a little bit more lately. Before I would wait for companies to hit me up, but now I'm definitely just going out there and starting to DM people because there's so many content creators in this space. It's definitely harder when you wait for somebody to come to you. It's much easier if you find certain companies that you like already and then you just go ahead and DM them. But just piggybacking off of this, Instagram started paying for Reels. I don't know what the qualifications are, but for my account, when they first rolled this out, I believe for 1.2 million views, they were going to pay a max of $1,000. So essentially you have 30 days to reach 1.2 million views, which is why you're seeing a lot of creators start churning out Reels because they're getting paid for it. So the max that I've ever made doing that was about, I think like $600 or $700 for the month, which was pretty good. As you start almost reaching the goals, they push it out way further. And I'll show you guys. And if you guys are enjoying this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys aren't subscribed yet. I really appreciate that. Okay, so like I said, when they first started rolling out Reels, the max that it was gonna pay me out was $1,000, which is kind of similar to what it is now, but the views I had to get was only like 1.2 million. So now in order to get $1,200, I need to get 11 million total views in 30 days. And if you guys have made Reels before, that's pretty hard to reach. This is where we're at right now. I made about $132. This is just a little bit of extra on top. Like, I'm not focused on Reels purely because I'm still into longer form content. I honestly don't really like making Reels because it's just not what I'm used to. But an extra $132 a month is gonna add up eventually, right? Especially when you have a bunch of other side hustles going for you. Keep that in mind. If you're able to build up an Instagram following or you have some sort of talent like photography or videography, there's definitely some money to be made with social media. Okay, if you guys made it this far in this video and you have a side hustle that I haven't mentioned yet, if you guys could drop it down below in the comment section, that would be amazing, just to share what you guys are into. I'm genuinely curious to see what everybody's into because there's so many different ways to make money nowadays. There's even certain apps that you can make money from just taking pictures of items on shelves and stuff like that. I forget the name of that app, but bro, there's honestly so many ways to make money, and again, I'm genuinely curious to hear what you guys have to say or what you do. Anyways, let's get right back into the list. At number 6, we have Amazon FBM. Amazon FBM is different from Amazon FBA. Amazon FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, and FBM stands for Fulfillment by Merchant. So I started doing Amazon FBM about a couple weeks ago, and the first week that I started, I made about $500, which was actually surprising for me because I thought just starting off, I was gonna make a little bit of money. But literally the first day, I think I made about $300, and then the following day about 100, and then the third day another 100, and then I just sold out of my items. So I'm waiting for the re-up on those, but that was actually really eye-opening for me because Amazon is such a huge player in this game, and right now I think it's a perfect time to just at least learn FBM. Start off with FBM and then you could get into FBA. Now, to get into Amazon, it does require a little bit of knowledge, and I want to give a huge shout out to my accountant for helping me out with that because that's literally what he does. So he helped me out with that. And ever since then, you know, I've been kind of trying to figure out how the platform works. For a huge company like Amazon, their system is a little bit old. Like, I don't know, it just feels a little bit weird, but Yeah, that's one thing that I started, Amazon FBM. So eventually my goal is to start selling enough where I could get this fulfilled by Amazon. But for now, I'm cool with just shipping things on my own, because literally I do that already. I ship stuff from my Shopify, and now I'm shipping stuff for my Amazon, and I do it for Etsy. I'm telling you guys, I'd like to dibble and dabble into everything. And when I think about it, it's honestly crazy that I'm able to juggle this many things, because bro, it's a lot, especially with the YouTube stuff, making content, coming up with content, editing the content, posting it. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that y'all don't know about, or y'all probably didn't know about. But now I wanted to open up a little bit more and just feel a little bit more comfortable with you guys and just let you know what's going on. Okay, so taking up the 7th spot, we have Fiverr. I'm just gonna categorize this as just Fiverr side hustle. If y'all have a talent like graphic design, you make beats, you can write, you can design websites, draw, etc., etc., I would highly recommend checking Fiverr out. Now, whenever I need something done like a graphic design, or if I need a beat, I'll go on Fiverr and I'll look for somebody that has the certain style that I'm looking for, and I hire them to create stuff for me. So this could go for like YouTube banners, this could go for like a YouTube background, product labeling, t-shirt designs, Lightroom presets, Lightroom edits, like all that good stuff. There's people like me that need help with certain things, and I will hire people off of Fiverr. So if you guys have a certain strong suit, you're really good with technology and stuff like that, I would check out Fiverr. And if you don't really know what you're good at yet, still check it out, because you can see what other people are doing, and then that's how you get an idea of like, yo, I think I could do that. I think I could do that better. I think I could do that faster. Let me try this out. This looks a little bit interesting. So it does require some effort, you know, getting your foot in there and just taking that leap where you're like, okay, this is me. I can do that. I know I'm talking a lot, but I get very passionate about this stuff because I feel like I'm a true hustler at heart. This is what I love. This is what I love getting into. I went to school for business because I have a passion for these things. So I could literally talk your ear off about it, but I'm trying to condense everything because I know this video is gonna be so long. But bro, I have so much knowledge to spill to you guys. Let's go ahead and let's talk about number 8. Okay, number 8 on the list is going to be starting a clothing brand. Now, I'll admit that this isn't the easiest, but when I first started getting into the clothing brand stuff, I was in high school and I would make t-shirts that said Sneakerhead in the Bay on it. If I could find the original design that I made, I'll throw it up on the screen right here. I would sell that to my friends. A lot of people that I know would purchase that, and it was just a nice little side hustle. It was nice to see that people were willing to rock something that I created, even though at the time in my head I wasn't thinking on the grand scale of things. I was thinking just, hey, let's see if the homies would be down to buy this and support the boy. It gave me a really good feeling where I was like, man, either these people really mess with me like that, or they just really want to support me. And that meant a lot to me, because when I was younger, man, I always felt like a lot of people just didn't want me to do certain things. So when I saw my friends support me, it really meant a lot to me. So that's why I would recommend maybe starting a little clothing brand. Don't go too crazy with it. You know, we've had some incidents where we've produced way too many t-shirts or way too many things, and we ended up just having it for a long time. It took a lot of time to sell it, but that was all a part of the learning process. But my main thing to you guys is, if you want to start a clothing brand, start off small. Get a feel for the market, get a feel for your friends, your support system, all that stuff, and just don't spend all your money into that right away. I know a lot of people say that, you know, oh, you gotta put so much money into this, put all of your heart, all of your effort into it, but I don't want to see y'all go bankrupt over somebody telling you to throw everything you got into it. You definitely need to feel the market out first, and if it's not working out, it's not working out. You move to a different side hustle. At least you don't have 10, 15, 20 grand into something that is gonna, you know, take some time to get rid of. That is my tip for you guys. If you have some friends, collaborate on some ideas and make something dope that you guys can sell. For the number 9 spot, we're gonna talk about mowing lawns. I used to mow lawns for my uncle every single Saturday, and I remember I would have the craziest allergies. At that time, I wasn't taking any allergy medication or anything, and I would be getting sore throats, my nose would be stuffy, all this crazy stuff, but I was so driven just to make money, you know, to buy shoes and everything. So mowing lawns was definitely a hustle. It was a nice way of creating a little bit of side income for me, because at the time I couldn't get a job. I was just way too young for it, but I'd be getting paid 20 to 30 bucks every every single time I would mow his lawn, and that would be every single Saturday. So each month I'd make 120 bucks, and at the time I was buying Nike SBs for about $80 to $90. So each month I could pretty much get a pair of shoes. And a lot of people might just think that mowing lawns is just mowing lawns, but I honestly think that if I had a kid and I wanted to teach them, you know, how to hustle or show them what hard work is, I think mowing lawns is definitely one of those ways where you could teach someone a little bit of discipline, a little bit of hard work, because you're out there in the sun. And even though you might not enjoy it or it might not be the easiest job, it definitely builds some character. But that's just my quick thoughts on it. And then for the last piece, this is also for the youngins. For all the parents out there, whenever I have a kid, I'm gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go to Costco and we are going to buy a big box of candy, all right? Whatever the candy is, let's say M&Ms, peanut M&Ms. My child will go ahead, slang that at school, because I was doing that as well. I would sell these things for $1 each. My mom would buy me these because she was nice, and my mom would give me pretty much anything I wanted. My dad was a little bit more on the, what did you do to earn this type vibe. But my mom, if I asked for like candy, she would buy me candy. So what I did was I took that candy to school, I sold it for $1 each. And whenever I have kids, I would love to do the same for them, because it just shows them that, you know, if you go out there, talk to people, hey, I got this $1, I got this for $1. If you want to buy it, boom, boom, save your money, and now you could buy something. So it makes it a little bit fun, a little bit challenging for them. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. There's so much money to be made out here, I'm telling you, and I'm not trying to come off as some snob or anything like that. I'm very blessed to be in the position that I am. I'm blessed to have you guys watch these videos, but I'm telling you, if you guys want to live a comfortable life, it's very smart to add some sort of side hustle to what you currently do already. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, because I love watching these videos. If you guys did find this helpful, don't forget to smash the like button for me. And again, if you're not subscribed already, the subscribe button is down below. Make sure to hit that with the post notification bell. And if y'all would like to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Sneakerhead in the Bay. If you forgot to list your side hustle down below, please go ahead and do so. And if you guys enjoyed this video, also let me know in the comment section. All right, I can make a lot more money making videos. We can make money together. I can show you guys how to make money. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and edit this video. Stay safe out there, and most importantly, get that grind on. All right, it's your boy Sneakerhead in the Bay. Have a beautiful day. I'm out. Peace.